Thanks to the support as a channel member, Ole Gunnar Kvam. Right, you know the drill. 3 games to go until the end of the season. We're quite far clear at the top of the table. We just need to win one of them and we will be champions again. Ole, ole, ole. Because this is the situation in the league table going into these final 3 games. We've got 3 left. Everyone else has 2 left. So we have got a game in hand. We're 6 points clear of Barcelona. We play Barcelona away on the last day. But if we even draw this match we've got now against a mid-table Villarreal, that will be enough to win the league before we even get there. It would be quite nice to win the league before we even get there, because quite apart from anything else, I'd quite like to have a trophy lift against Valencia at home. Did we get a trophy lift last season? I'm not sure I remember a trophy lift. They all blur together. When you win as many trophies as I do, they all kind of blur together. But yeah, hopefully, if all goes, I mean, something has to go desperately wrong for us to not win the league today. We are still keeping all of our budget in wage budget to try and force our wage cap to go up as the season ticks over. The discussion in the comments is very mixed. Some of you think it will work, some of you think it won't. I guess we'll find out tomorrow. But for today, let's go win the league. And we're going to have to do it without Charles Xavier. Because he is going to be spending the next few months presumably in a hovering wheelchair because he has a stress fracture of his foot and is out for the next 2 to 3 months, which is not ideal, but it is a position where we've got probably the best strength in depth of anywhere in the squad. But this is the team that we're sending to Villarreal. It's Youngworth in goal, a back four of Kopczynski, Rackman, Rodriguez and Harney. Perez at the base of the midfield, Rosado and Benitez ahead of him. Zahir on the left, Davies on the right, Harder up front. And Harder's wanted by Paris Saint-Germain and Man United, by the way. So, although the plan for this summer is really boost the wage cap and then go and sign a bunch of Champions League quality players, we might end up losing a couple of key boys as well, because despite the fact that we're hopefully on the verge of winning La Liga for the 2nd time in a row, we've had another deep run in the Champions League. We are slowly but surely becoming one of the elite teams. It takes so much longer for reputation to catch up with on-field performance. So the likes of Man United, Paris Saint-Germain, Man City, even like Barcelona and Real Madrid, who we're consistently better than in the league, they're all considered bigger draws than we are. Tell you what, we've done some lovely defending early on here. It's a weird highlight that we're seeing it, but there's been a couple of times there where we've had nice little interceptions, a nice little bit of pressing. I do enjoy a bit of defending on FM26. It does look nice when it works. The problem is sometimes you just have the horrible passes that give the ball away and it's all for nothing. But this is lovely from Davies. He's running to Harney, then still finds Harder. Of course, there's no one in the middle with Harder drifting wide. Zahir has now gone into the middle. Kopczynski, and he shoots and he scores. And that was such a weird highlight, but now we know why we got it, because it did lead to the first goal, less than 2 minutes on the clock. And this is total football. So many players out of position. That's our left back. It's not a set piece. That's our left back who collects the ball on the edge of the area, brings it down beautifully, and then tucks it past the keeper like a striker. The striker, by the way, was out on the wing. Our winger was in the middle, getting on the end of the cross. Total football is all over Mallorca, boys and girls. And this is what the league table looks like if everything stays as it is. Remember, we're the only game playing currently because this is our game in hand. We're the televised match. We're about to win the league. So if we win this, then we win the league. And I wonder if we get a trophy lift here at Villarreal. That would be nice. Zahir is in and the goalkeeper is there to make the save. But all that means is we get a corner. And you know we're dangerous at corners. Exhibit A. Zahir is going to float one in from this side. In fact, he plays it in relatively low. Rodriguez gets the touch. It's pushed into the path of Harney, who's lurking at the far post. And now our other fullback has scored. I think we're working through the team in positional order, and all 11 of them are going to get a goal today. I mean, Rodriguez does very well. The keeper does the best he can, but they've left Harney, who, by the way, 6'5" in his own right. They've left Harney just lurking at the far post, and he's never going to miss that, is he? 2-0. The 2 fullbacks have a goal. Next stop, centre-backs. Is it going to be Rackman? Is it going to be Rodriguez? I guess we'll find out soon, boys and girls. But what we're also going to find out soon is whether we get a trophy lift away from home, which would be really jolly nice. And in other news, as you can see, the computer is still working okay, I think. I did say that would mean streams are back. There won't be a stream tonight. because it has occurred to me that I need to record a lot of videos because I didn't record any over the weekend when my computer was broken. And believe it or not, boys and girls, I'm traveling again next week. So I need to record some videos in advance. So I'm recording this Tuesday morning. Just know at whatever point of Tuesday you're watching this, I'm probably still recording videos. You'll know because you'll be able to keep an eye on this shirt. And yeah, I would like to get a whole bunch of stuff recorded today to take the stress off a little bit for the rest of the week as I try and stack up videos for while I'm away. There should, if I get everything done, be a stream on Thursday. That's my plan at this point. I have been enjoying the Football Manager streams lately. They've been a lot of fun. But I mean, you could also probably hear my voice is still not recovered from the charity stream that we did at the weekend. So, I mean, I'm going to push my voice to the absolute brink, then go and sit somewhere hot for a few days, and then come back with a new voice and hopefully ready to start a new series. I tell you what, I'd really like if I'm playing through all of next season before I go, I'd really like to be able to go away knowing that this series is complete. I've won the Champions League with my squad full of very expensive players, and then we can come back and come up with a plan to tide us over until FM27. I'm not quite sure what that plan will be. I'm not sure if we'll have another series on FM26, because as much as I'm enjoying doing it, it's not very many people watching it, is there? I know views are less important to me now than they were when Football Manager was my only gig, but I still would quite like more than 5,000 views a day. So we might just start doing a few standalone bits and maybe some previews of FM27. Maybe I'll just have a little bit of a break until FM27. Who knows? We'll figure it out when we get back. But either way, I am at the point now where I'd very much like to win the Champions League, please and thank you. We're bringing on Miranda and Canadas. And in fact, we're also going to bring on Mathiasen and put Canadas up front. Harder can have a well-deserved break. Their central midfielder's not having a very nice day. I think he was at fault for the first goal. I remember seeing his name. They're moving him around all over the place, trying to get a song out of him. I'd just take him off. Harney is coming off. Boedo, probably a final appearance for him in an Andratx shirt. I don't expect to be signing him permanently. And then we're also going to bring on Perotti and move Rackman forward, who can play central midfield. And yeah, we'll slot him in there and hopefully just see this out. A draw is enough for us to win the league. We're a goal ahead with 10 minutes to go. So just don't mess it up from here, chaps. Look at how weak this team is in some areas. We desperately need that boost to our wage cap. I really hope it works, or I'm never going to trust the comment section again. This has all come from you lot. But there you go. That is the confirmation. And we are getting the trophy lift away from home in a lovely yellow stadium. Where's my trophy? I've hurt my back. I can't twist all the way around for it. We'll get it gently. Oh, we're not getting the World Cup. It's too heavy. We'll make do with my custom-made La Liga trophy. The old faithful. And here it is, boys and girls. Champions again. On a blurry screen. I'm lifting mine already. Come on, lads. There we go. La Liga champions. Second season running. We are the best team in Spain. Now we just need to prove that we're the best team in Europe as well, which we know we're not yet. So we need to make the best team in Europe, then prove that it is us. Well, we won the in-betweeny game against Valencia as well, which means we go into the final day of the season away at Barcelona, actually 11 points clear of them. It was never in doubt. This is the team. I think it's the same team that played the decider against Villarreal. So let's just get them submitted and go and see if we can really assert our dominance over Barcelona. That's what we're really here for. We just want to go out there, go to their place as back-to-back champions, knock in a couple of goals and have a lovely day. Unfortunately, because there was an in-between game, the what's it called? The where they clap you, the something of honour. It's not the maid of honour. That's a female. My words are escaping me. Either way, that happened in the previous match. So, yeah, we don't get that here against Barcelona. But what we do get is what had previously been the most terrifying attack in all of La Liga history, maybe. Lamine Yamal, Esposito and Van Hilton have caused us so many problems over the years to the point where we completely reinvented our tactic to to counter this Barcelona team. They're the reason we're now as good and as dominant as we are. It was all about beating them. And the fact that there's still so many recognisable players from real life in this Barcelona team, you've got Kabasi, Pedri, Yamal. It shows that this is a Barcelona team, 11 points behind us, that is probably due a little bit of a rebuild. Now would be a nice time for them to let Van Hilton go. If he wants to come to us, I mean, I don't think we're going to have the money for him. We'd take him. We probably would take Van Hilton. I think the days of us wanting him to go to the Premier League are over, because that was when we wanted to find a way to force our way past Barcelona in La Liga. Well, we've done that. What we don't want is him turning up to a Premier League team, because as we saw from the Premier League, from the Champions League semi-final this year, the other three teams were all Premier League teams. The last thing we need is Van Hilton being the final boss of a Champions League win as well. Let him stay domestic. And Esposito has always been the highest scorer of the two in La Liga, which has always baffled me, because Van Hilton's always been better against us. But yeah, they've got Aiden Heaven in there as well, haven't they? So there's a lot of players who are still real life boys in this Barcelona team, whereas I think the only real player we've got in our squad is Urenki, and he's not registered in our La Liga squad because he's too expensive. So we're definitely the young, exciting team. I don't know what that pass was. I don't know what that was all about. Right, let's. Should we demand more? I think we should. I know the game doesn't really matter, but just purely for bragging rights, we'd like to come here and at least not lose. Because, you know, we've got to maintain that we're better than Barcelona. Davies gives the ball away. Occasionally, in these big matches against the top teams, you do get that from Davies. You don't really see it against anybody else. But I remember it happening in the Champions League semi-final against Manchester United as well for one of the goals there. He just, against the real toppest of top-level opponents, he sometimes needs a moment too long, I think, to find his pass. I guess, what can you expect from a player we plucked from the English non-league? But I'm so interested in, when this series ends, finding out what some of the potential abilities on some of these players are. How good is Davies, or is he just really good for us at the time, and now we keep him around because he's Davies? He's been here since he was 19. We're not going to let him go now. He's the face of Andratx. Probably more so than anybody at this point. Is there a player who screams Andratx more than Davies? Maybe like Peñafort and Castro from early on, or Angel was around for a long time. Angel and Javier was a great wing partnership, but I feel like Davies is getting to the point now where he's been here as long as anybody. He's 25 years old now, and certainly star rating wise, still top 3 players in the squad. So I don't think he's ever going to be going anywhere. So is he player of the series? It's too early. We've not won the Champions League yet. We can't decide a player of the series yet. I mean, Zahir is probably it. I talk about Angel and Javier being a great wing partnership. These two have probably been here. They might have even come in the same window. Cost less than 100,000 for the pair of them. Cost less than 1.1 million for that entire front three. I'll always be very, very proud of that. Benitez was free as well. We've done some bargain hunting in this save. What we haven't done is come here to Barcelona with any kind of ambition to win a football match, have we? We're not really in it. We're not really creating anything. Perez has given the ball away. This is the best game Yamal's ever had against us, I think. I've never really seen him have a good game, but he's enjoying himself a little bit today. He's already scored one. He very nearly grabbed himself another one there. And I think it's probably time for us to make some substitutions. Kopczynski to Rackman, all the way back to Youngworth, who, by the way, Youngworth, definitely someone we're going to be looking to upgrade on this summer if we do manage to sort out our money problem. Right, Mathiasen is going to come on. We'll swap those two over. We're also going to bring on Boedo, and we're going to bring on Canadas for Harder. There's no point keeping Harder on the pitch when we're not creating any chances. We may as well go for the big, strong battering ram and see if he maybe has a little bit more of an impact. I don't think he's going to, is he? Right. Benitez off for Jobs, and Zahir can go back into midfield. And then for my final trick, we'll take off Rodriguez and bring on Eliasson. Perotti's fuming, but Eliasson's taller and has higher potential, and I don't think Perotti has worked. And if we are having a big, expensive, not rebuild, but upgrade in key areas this summer, Perotti might be somebody who finds himself struggling to get near the squad. Although, to be fair, there's a lot of positions we do need to strengthen. Centre back is probably not one of them. We've got 5 good centre backs. If anything, we probably need to let one of them go and redistribute that money throughout the rest of the squad a little bit more evenly. But Barcelona are going to go and grab their third now, I think. We've got 92 minutes on the clock now. They're drifting past Boedo like he's not really there. And that was a good piece of defending from Eliasson. I mean, this is probably doing him the world of good, having a few minutes against a Barcelona team that are playing well. He's doing all right. Corner, short corner. That's just cheating. We've got tall boys. Let us try and win it in the air. There is the third. Well, it's only our second league defeat of the season. Can't you tell we'd already won the league and didn't care? Zahir's had an absolute stinker. But most importantly, we've gone through the entire match singing about being champions, and Barcelona have hated every minute of that 3-0 win. So I leave happy. And we are champions. And now we cross our fingers and hope that the shenanigans you've all told me to do actually work. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.